Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Joey G. That's right, Joey G, and I'm here to talk about everything tonight, not just, wrestling and WWE and all that. Taking it up a notch further. Let me get the camera ready here a little bit. And in the sports and entertainment, going to branch out more because there's so much I know more than just wrestling. This still is a wrestling show, and you'll always be up to date on everything that's going on in any company, in the WWE, TNA, WWE is what I love. But what I want to get on is Mark Sanchez and the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, I'm from Philadelphia. I got a New Jersey Nets jersey on. It's an old-ass Stephon Marbury jersey. You know what I'm saying? Because Stephon Marbury I do like. Well, I did like when he played in the NBA. You know what I mean? And I bought this at a flea market for like $10. So, you know what I mean? Whoever don't like it. All right? But Mark Sanchez, for all the haters and doubters out there, I know there's so many. You know what I mean? And I'm going to get on this real quick, and this is for everybody on Sports Radio 610 WIP. This is for everybody. This is for Don Tony and Kevin Castle. This is for Angelo Catelli, Howard Eskin, everybody. Okay, Mark Sanchez, he was drafted in 2009, all right? I liked Mark Sanchez, always did, went to the University of Southern Cal. I liked him, you know what I'm saying? I always thought, he was going to be a good quarterback. Was it his first two? I think it was his rookie year, or it was his rookie year when he came in the NFL, or was it his second year and third year? One of them, he went back-to-back AFC Championship games against the Steelers. I know one of them was against the Steelers in Pittsburgh at their Pittsburgh Heinz Field, and they lost, and they were 9-7. And the one year they were like 11-5, and they were, I think it was at Indy. Yeah, they were at Indy. It was in Indianapolis. Yeah, I think it was them years. I think it was the year the Steelers went to play Arizona in the Super Bowl, and the year the Steelers beat. Was it? Wait a minute. I'm trying to remember. I'm getting a little mixed up. I'm trying to remember. No, I think they played Baltimore one year, and I think the Jets played Baltimore one year, and they played the Steelers one year. So he brought them the two back-to-back AFC title games. And you got to remember, he's playing for a coach, Rex Ryan, who does not give a shit about defense. Or offense. He does not care about offense. Rex Ryan leaves the offense all to his offensive coordinator. That's why the Jets suck. You know what I mean? At least Chip Kelly gives at least a little cinch of something to the defense. I mean, he's an offensive genius. And that's why John Gruden loves him so much. If everybody's wondering, why does John Gruden sound like he kisses Chip Kelly's ass so much? Because John Gruden knows a genius when he sees one. That's why. Chip Kelly is a genius. Now, getting back on the Mark Sanchez. 2 AFC title games. I went to the Pro Bowl. I don't know. I know he went at least once to the Pro Bowl. I think he went twice to the Pro Bowl. Yeah, he went twice. Maybe 3 times. He went twice to the Pro Bowl, I think. I could be wrong. That's not a fact. Okay? Lit it up. You know what I mean? Then, what do? Excuse me. Got a little cough. Got that smoker's cough. You keep the guy this guy, Mark Sanchez, when he came in the league, people were comparing him, we got another Derek Jeter in town, He's a guy, let's face it, he's hot, he gets chicks, you could tell. You know what I mean? He's there, and I think his third year, he was only there, in New York, 5 years? It couldn't have been no more than 5 years, because, he was drafted in 2009. 2009 seems like a blink ago. It seems like 10 minutes ago when I was turning the car around outside. You know what I mean? 2009 was WrestleMania 25. Like I told you the other night, or I told somebody. You know what I mean? Where my buddy Buddha Guns and H. Diesel went to WrestleMania in Houston, the 25th anniversary. The Royal Rumble, Randy Orton won, 2009. Wasn't that long ago. You know what I'm saying? Sanchez gets drafted, doesn't do nothing wrong, and then for no reason, the Giants win the Super Bowl. Well, my squad, besides the Eagles, I ain't gonna front. I love the Giants. They win the Super Bowl, and the owner of the Jets. I think the Jets went 8-8 that year. Yeah, they went 8-8, 7. They weren't horrible. They went like 8-8, 7-9. And then 2 years before that, they went to the AFC title game. So, what does the Jets owner do? He goes down and gets Tim Tebow. Because Tim Tebow threw one overtime pass against the Steelers in overtime in a playoff game. And, Mark Sanchez must have been like, what the F? You know what I mean? What are you doing? What WTF? Why are you bringing him in? No offense, I like Tim Tebow. He's just like Bo Dallas. He gets down, and Bo leaves. You know what I'm saying? But, why do that? That must have been fucking what Tim Tebow said. Sorry for the language. I'm trying to watch the language. And the cigarettes on TV. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? But Mark Sanchez, I really think, like Steve Young flourished from Tampa to San Francisco, I just really think that we hit the jackpot getting Mark Sanchez. This was a blessing in disguise. With the receivers we had, the Jordan Matthews, Huff, Macklin's my favorite receiver. I don't know. When he was on the board to get drafted that year, I was like, draft Macklin. And ever since I got his jersey, I'm getting his other jersey in a couple weeks. He's just my favorite receiver. You know what I mean? I always liked him better than Deshaun. I was never really a big Deshaun fan. I always thought he was a wise ass. You know what I mean? He's good, and when you're that, I'm a wise ass. You know what I mean? I'm a wise ass. I'm a big time trash talker in any sport, in fighting, in anything, and just talking. You know what I mean? I just always boost myself. But if you don't love yourself, who's gonna love you? Whitney Houston wrote a whole song about it. The greatest love of all is loving yourself. Mark Sanchez has gone through it all. And then the next year, they bring Michael Vick in. Like, what do you mean, what the hell is this dude? What do you think Mark Sanchez probably wanted out of the Jet to play in that media area. And I know Philadelphia is a big media area too, and Boston with New England. There's a lot of big media outlets, even down in Miami with the Dolphins. It's just big media outlets, especially New York, Philly, Beantown. Big media outlets, Jersey, because Jersey, they like the Jets and Giants, you know what I mean? I lived in Jersey, you know what I mean? But Mark Sanchez is the man. He's gonna be like Steve Young. If anybody remembers Steve Young, you all knows who Steve Young is, okay? He started out in the USFL, which was the world, I don't forget, Herschel Walker was in it for a minute. Then he went to the NFL. They tried to be like they were better than the XFL at least, you know what I mean? Steve Young played for them. And when he came to the NFL, he went to Tampa for 2 years. And he was with Doug Williams, another dude that was on Tampa. Then went to Washington. He sucked on Washington, though. But he had that one good year, and he won the Super Bowl in 1987 for the Redskins. But Steve Young, and this is what's going to happen with Sanchez. I am telling you, I know my football. Genius, just like wrestling. Steve Young was on Tampa, sucked. He was there 2-3 years. He was horrible. They were in old Tampa, Sombrero. It was horrible. It was just, it was horrible. Steve Young was getting killed. Then what happened? He went to San Francisco. And all I can say is, he went to San Francisco and took the greatest quarterback of all time. And you all know I'm telling the truth. Joe Montana. The greatest of all time. And he wasn't out of his prime. He might have been out of his prime. I was at an Eagles game one time, and the Eagles were literally up, like by 3 touchdowns and a field goal, going into the fourth quarter against the 49ers. This is when I was a little kid. It was like in '87, for real. I was a little kid. You know what I mean? I was, 9 years old. And literally saw Joe Montana come back and take them, not to overtime, took them to victory. Scored a touchdown with I forget, I was a little kid, but it was less than a minute left. Scored a touchdown. San Fran took the lead. Randall was our quarterback, and we played a good game, but Joe Montana, he's the real Captain Comeback. Everybody says Elway, this, that. Let's face it, Elway was a choke artist until he won them 2 last Super Bowls on his way out. For real. He was Joe Montana is the greatest quarterback of all time. And anybody who doesn't think so, you're a dipshit, for real, and you don't know your football. Joe Montana is the greatest quarterback of all time. And if it's not him, it's Steve Young, for real. And that's just the way it is, baby. My favorite quarterback of all time is Randall Cunningham. I know he's not the greatest, but he's Joey G's favorite quarterback of all time. But this is what I'm saying about Mark Sanchez. He will flourish. And you're hearing it from Joey G on November the 12th, 2014. Mark Sanchez will flourish and will be the face and quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles. After this season, they'll sign him to about, I figure the Eagles will go 11-5, 12-4 this year. I don't want them to finish out 14-2. No, I want them to lose at least one game. You know what I mean? I don't want them to go 14. Maybe I'm jumping ahead of myself and burying off Dallas right away. You know what I mean? Because I hate the Cowboys. My best friend Kurt loves them, but you know what I mean? One of my best friends. But I hate the Cowboys. And with Tony Homo down, Brandon Wheaton, whatever, who was on the Browns, who came into the draft at 28 years old, he ain't bringing the Cowboys anyway. They played Jacksonville in London, England the other day. That's why they won, okay? They're not going anywhere. The Giants, I love the Giants, but sadly, they're not going anywhere. The Skins, I hate them just as much as I hate the Cowboys. No, I hate the Cowboys more than the Skins. They're not going anywhere. So the division's ours. The division's is the Philadelphia Eagles. So for all you other fans out there in the world, but out. And nobody in the NFC scares me. They don't. Nobody. Except Green Bay. That's the only, and Seattle a little bit because they are the defending Super Bowl champions. But right now, if you look at it, the Eagles should be 8-0. Or, no, 9-0. What are we, 7-2? Yeah, we should be 9-0. We shouldn't have lost to San Fran, and we shouldn't have lost to Arizona. Bottom line, we shouldn't have lost them 2 games. After this, I say the Eagles go this year. I say 12-4. I say we'll lose 2 more games. Okay, this Sunday it's going to be a tough game in Green Bay, and I'm a football just like I am in wrestling. You know, I think it'll be a close game this week at Lambeau. I don't think Green Bay's going to come out and crush us. I don't think we're going to crush Green Bay. I think Aaron Rodgers is the greatest quarterback, best quarterback in the league. Yes, right now, yeah. Tom Brady, yeah. But as youth, if I'm drafting a team, I'm taking Aaron Rodgers as my quarterback. Just put it to you that way. And then I'm taking Andrew Luck, for real. They're the 2 youngest and best upcoming quarterbacks. And Aaron Rodgers has already won a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? And trust me, Andy Luck's going to win one soon, too. Because Andy Luck is an athlete. He's a friggin' beast. For real rap. But Mark Sanchez, I'm telling you, he's going to become a Hall of Famer from coming to this Philadelphia Eagles team. Nick Foles is great. And he probably won't be here after this year because he can play. We've seen that. But can any quarterback play in a Chip Kelly system? Is it like that? I don't know. But Mark Sanchez, I'm telling you, he left the crap. Rex Ryan, like I said, never gave a shit about offense. Now Mark Sanchez comes to a team that's all about offense. That's all Chip Kelly does. He's not married. Chip Kelly's 49, 50 years old, 51, something like that. He says, I can't get married. Football's my wife. It's my wife and my life. I remember him saying that when he got hired as the Eagles coach. Football's my life and my wife. He says, I sleep about 2 hours a night. He's like, and I'm in the film room, and I'm doing tape, and I'm watching it. He's a great coach, Chip Kelly. He's the greatest coach in the NFL, and I don't care what any of you other cities say. The Eagles are the best. Real quick, let me do some wrestling gossip. I was talking about, but mark my words, Joey G. And to 97 The Fanatic, Joey G, the future head of creative and wrestling, or sports talk, or whatever. Entertainment, whatever. But let me get on the wrestling real quick. My prediction for Survivor Series, I'm going to throw it at you right now. We never saw it coming. I know I say just about every pay-per-view. John Cena, I think, will go heel at Survivor Series. They're not talking about it as much. And Ryback, as you can see, is on his way to being the face of the company. He's got the crowd in his hands. You could tell on Raw when he's working out Monday night doing the things, and he told he told Seth Rollins, it's not big man, it's big guy. Seth Rollins was like, okay. He looks like Charlie Manson so much. But, I really think Ryback's going to be that man. And you can't have two guys, like they did that before with Cena and Ryback, and of course, they had to make Ryback the heel, which almost killed his career. You know what I mean? You put him with Paul Heyman. Ryback's a loner. And he could be a good bad guy by himself. They didn't let him be. They put him with Curtis Axel. And Kurt Hennig, God bless your soul, but your son sucks. And Larry the Axe Hennig, you're the man, but your grandson, he needs some work done. Maybe with the right wrestling work, if Kurt was around, Kurt could have trained him. But, I don't know. I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying with Curtis Axel. But Ryback's going to win the Royal Rumble, like I say, every night, and I'm going to keep saying it. He's going to win the Royal Rumble. John Cena's time's up. It's just up. Rumors about WWE. I'm hearing that Bully Ray's getting signed. I heard he wasn't getting signed. I got my Money in the Bank briefcase right here. Right here. Right over Brock Lesnar's noggin. 1, 2, 3. That's what's going to happen at WrestleMania. Unless it ain't. If Ryback wins the belt, I don't think they'll cash in on Ryback. Matter of fact, I think Seth Rollins might cash in and lose it. I don't know. It depends who Lesnar fights at WrestleMania. But at WrestleMania, Rollins is going to go to cash in. He will wait till WrestleMania, mark Joey G's words. But for now on, I'm doing sports, I'm doing wrestling, I'm doing entertainment, I'm doing anything. WNBC! WNBC! Suck it! And, big shout-outs to everybody. Big shout-outs to the clique. Mikey Noor, Stace, Buddha Guns, Ace Diesel, Charlie O'Neill, Manny and Tanya. All my crew out there. April, everybody, what's up? For life. This is Joey G, and I'm out. It's everything different, everything changing now. Peace.